Come with me for a moment. Let us leave the ground behind. We will rise gently, weightlessly into the vast open sky. Below us, the world transforms. The familiar sounds of life fade into a soft, distant hum. Here, in the quiet expanse of the air, we are granted a new perspective. We become observers, floating on the warm currents, watching a story unfold. This is not a journey of speed or destination. It is a slow, deliberate drift, an opportunity to simply be present and to witness the world from a place of serene detachment. The air is calm, the light is soft, and our minds are free to wander and wonder at the spectacle below. Our destination is a city cradled in the heart of Africa, Kananga. A name that may be unfamiliar to many, but a place teeming with a quiet, resilient spirit. From this vantage point, high above the earth, we can appreciate its form and its connection to the land. As we drift closer, the city of Kananga begins to reveal its true character. It is not a city of sharp angles and towering steel. Instead, it appears as a sprawling organic settlement, spread across the gently rolling landscape like a vast, intricate tapestry. The dominant colors are the deep, rusty red of the earth and the vibrant, varying greens of abundant vegetation. These two hues are in a constant, beautiful dialogue, with patches of green pushing through the red soil and pathways of red earth carving through the lush foliage. It is a pattern created not by a single architect, but by generations of life, each adding their own thread to the design. From this height, the city's layout seems almost intuitive, following the natural contours of the land. There is a sense of harmony here, a feeling that the city grew from the earth rather than being imposed upon it. The structures below, with their simple, uniform rooftops, create a mesmerizing texture. They cluster together in dense neighborhoods, then spread out, giving way to open spaces, small farms, and clusters of tall trees. It is a mosaic of human habitation and wild nature, living side by side, each influencing the shape of the other. Now our gaze is drawn to a shimmering serpentine feature that cuts through the landscape. This is the Lulua River, the city's vital artery, its source of life and its constant companion. From our aerial perch, it appears as a ribbon of dark, coffee-colored water, meandering lazily on its journey. Its banks are a riot of brilliant green, a testament to the life-giving water it carries. This strip of intense vegetation is the most vibrant part of the landscape, a stark and beautiful contrast to the red earth that dominates the region. The river is not just a geographical feature, it is the heart of Kananga, and its presence defines the city's rhythm. We follow its winding path. In some places, the river is wide and slow, its surface reflecting the vast sky like a polished mirror. In others, it narrows, quickening its pace as it navigates the terrain. We can see small wooden pirogues, tiny specks from this height, moving gracefully on the water. They are piloted by unseen figures, engaged in the timeless activities of fishing or transporting goods from one bank to the other. Along the riverbanks, life is visibly concentrated. We can discern clusters of homes built to be near the water, their inhabitants living in close proximity to this essential resource. These small boats are a reminder of the intimate relationship the people of Kananga have with their river. It is a highway, a marketplace, and a source of sustenance, all in one. Let us now turn our attention to the built environment, the vast expanse of rooftops that forms the core of Kananga. From our elevated position, the city appears as a sea of metallic and earthen tiles. The most common sight is the simple, utilitarian beauty of corrugated iron roofs. Under the bright sun, they glint and shimmer, creating a dazzling, almost pointillist effect. They are a patchwork of silver, rust, and sometimes a surprising splash of faded blue or green paint. These rooftops are like the scales of a great sleeping creature, each one a shelter, a home, a universe unto itself for the family living beneath it. Interspersed among the metal are the more traditional thatched roofs, their earthy brown and grey tones blending seamlessly with the surrounding landscape. They speak of an older way of life, of craftsmanship and natural materials. Winding between these homes is an intricate network of pathways. These are not wide, paved boulevards, but narrow, unpaved tracks of compacted red earth. They are the city's capillaries, the intimate roots that connect neighbor to neighbor. From above, they look like the delicate veins of a leaf, branching out from the larger roads and reaching into the heart of every residential cluster. We can see the faint traces of movement along them, the slow progress of a lone figure, or the barely perceptible motion of a cyclist. These paths were not planned. They were born of necessity, worn into the earth by countless footsteps over many years. This grid of rooftops and pathways is the fundamental structure of daily life in Kananga. It is a human-made pattern, yet it feels as natural and organic as a coral reef or an anthill. As we drift towards the city center, our eyes are drawn to a place of intense activity. This is the central market, the beating heart of Kananga. From the sky, it is a kaleidoscope of color and texture. We see a vast, open space, densely packed with stalls covered by a vibrant assortment of tarpaulins, umbrellas, and makeshift awnings. Blues, reds, yellows, and greens create a cheerful, chaotic patchwork that stands out vividly against the surrounding earth tones. The market is a living entity, and even from this distance, we can sense its energy, its pulse. It is the commercial and social hub of the entire region. Though we are too high to see individual faces, or hear the cacophony of voices, we can observe the patterns of movement. The market is a vortex of human activity. Tiny figures, like ants in a colony, move in purposeful streams along the narrow aisles between the stalls. We can see the larger shapes of vehicles, trucks and minibuses, parked at the periphery, offloading goods or waiting to be filled with passengers and produce. The entire area seems to throb with a slow, constant motion, a rhythmic dance of commerce and social interaction. It is the city's central nervous system, where information, goods, and greetings are exchanged. The market is not confined to its official boundaries. Its energy spills out into the surrounding streets, which are lined with more people and more goods. The density of movement is highest here, a clear indication that this is the focal point of the city's daily life. Away from the dense core of the city, our flight reveals another essential aspect of Kananga's character, its abundant green spaces. These are not formal manicured parks, but rather generous pockets of untamed nature that are woven directly into the urban fabric. We see large, mature trees, mangoes, palms, and perhaps the majestic baobab rising high above the rooftops. Their dark green canopies provide shade and shelter, creating cool oases amidst the sun-baked streets. These trees are not just decorative. They are integral parts of the community, providing fruit, medicine, and a place for people to gather. In the more sparsely populated areas, the city seems to dissolve back into the wild. Here, the red earth compounds are interspersed with large patches of green, which are a mix of cultivated gardens and natural bush. These areas appear as a patchwork of different shades of green, from the bright light green of young crops to the deep dark green of the native vegetation. This blending of the built and the natural is seamless. There is no hard border where the city ends and the countryside begins. Instead, they merge in a gentle, gradual transition, creating a beautiful and sustainable living environment. We can spot larger open areas that serve as communal spaces. A football pitch, its boundaries marked simply in the red dirt, stands out as a rectangle of bare earth surrounded by green. It is easy to imagine the energy and excitement of a local match taking place there, the cheers of the crowd rising into the air. These spaces are the city's lungs, providing room for recreation, for sport, and for the community to come together. This pervasive greenery is a reminder of the powerful life force that pulses through this land. Even in the heart of the city, nature is never far away. It pushes up through cracks in the pavement, it drapes itself over walls, and it provides a constant calming presence. From our serene vantage point, the movements of the city unfold below us like a silent, unchoreographed ballet. We are too far away to hear the rumble of engines or the chatter of people, but we can see the gentle, rhythmic flow of life. The main roads are the stage for this performance. We watch as vehicles, mostly motorcycles and the ubiquitous yellow taxis, navigate the streets. They appear as tiny, colorful specks, moving with a purpose and a pace that seems unhurried from this distance. They weave around each other in a complex dance, a system of movement that has its own internal logic and grace. The human element of this ballet is even more subtle and fascinating. Along the countless footpaths, we can see the slow and steady progress of individuals and small groups. People walking to the market, children on their way to school, a woman balancing a load on her head with incredible poise. Their movements are small but significant. Each moving dot represents a story, a journey, a purpose. The collective effect is one of a city in constant, gentle motion. It is not the frantic, rushing pace of a metropolis, but a more measured, rhythmic flow, like a slow and steady circulatory system. The rhythm changes depending on the time of day. In the early morning light, the movement is purposeful, directed towards the city center, towards schools and workplaces. As the day progresses, the flow becomes more diffuse, spreading out across the entire city. We might see a flurry of activity around a water pump, or a burst of movement, as a minibus taxi fills with passengers and departs. These are the small, everyday dramas of urban life, transformed into a beautiful, abstract pattern when viewed from above. As our 10-minute flight nears its end, the sun begins its slow descent towards the horizon. The world below is transformed by the magic of the golden hour. The light, which was bright and direct, now becomes soft, warm, and angled. It paints the entire landscape in hues of gold, orange, and deep red. The metallic rooftops, which glinted fiercely at midday, now glow with a soft, burnished light. The red earth of the pathways and compounds seems to intensify in color, radiating a warmth that feels almost tangible even from our great height. It is a moment of breathtaking, transient beauty. Long, dramatic shadows stretch out from every tree, every building, every person. The city's topography is suddenly thrown into sharp relief. Gentle undulations in the land, barely noticeable before, now become deep valleys of shadow. The tall trees become giant figures, casting their silhouettes across entire neighborhoods. The rhythm of the city begins to change as well. The purposeful flow of the daytime gradually slows. We can see people gathering outside their homes, their small forms silhouetted against the glowing earth. The movement becomes less about commerce and work, and more about community and rest. The central market begins to empty, its vibrant colors subdued by the fading light. The energy of the city is turning inward, from the public spaces to the private courtyards and homes. It is a collective exhale at the end of the day, a city preparing for the peace of the night. Our flight is over, but the impression of Kananga remains, etched into our minds. We descend slowly, not back to the ground, but into a state of reflection. The view from above has given us a precious gift, a sense of perspective. We have seen a city not as a collection of problems or statistics, but as a living, breathing community, full of grace and quiet dignity. We have witnessed the beautiful dance between humanity and nature, the intricate patterns of daily life, and the profound peace that can be found in a place far from the world's frantic pace. Carry this feeling of tranquility with you. Imagine yourself floating, weightless, above the red earth and green canopies. Feel the calm rhythm of the city's heartbeat, the silent ballet of movement, the gentle flow of the Lulua River, the warm glow of the setting sun. These images are now a part of you. They are a reminder that peace and beauty exist everywhere, if only we take the time to look. The aerial view connects us to the larger whole, showing us that we are all part of a vast, interconnected tapestry of life. The true beauty of Kananga, as seen from the sky, is its authenticity. It is a city that is unapologetically itself. Its patterns are shaped by life, its colors are drawn from the earth, and its spirit is one of resilience and community. It is a testament to the human ability to create a home, to find joy, and to live in harmony with the environment. This is a vision that can inspire us, a quiet lesson taught by the rooftops, the pathways, and the ever-present greenery of this remarkable African city. Let the lingering peace of this journey settle within you. Let it be a sanctuary you can return to in your mind. The image of Kananga, serene and sprawling under the vast African sky, is more than just a memory. It is an invitation to look at our own world with new eyes, to find the hidden patterns, to appreciate the simple moments, and to connect with the tranquil energy that flows just beneath the surface of our busy lives. The view from above has shown us the soul of a city, and in doing so it has touched our own.